Hello there, fellow summoners. Mad Dog HT here, and we are in the third. Is this the third? No, this is the This is the fourth fight in the Gauntlet, and this is M.O.D.O.K. M.O.D.O.K. He has the node where he will get the Disorients on you if you parry. And we're gonna go in with Quake, Hard Knock Life. He's got Stun, Vulnerability, Chair, Larceny, Specialist 1, Enhanced Special 1. So I attempted to try something here, which I shouldn't have done because I didn't realize what it was going to do with the Hard Knock Life. But we're quaking, and because he has stun immunity, not stun vulnerability, I attempted to do a parry stun before one of the detonations was going to go off to see if that would help with the damage. And that did not work, so I wouldn't try it. I don't think it amped up any of the damage. I think it's going to be on this next one, but it does put on the Hard Knock Life disorientation on you, which is going to reduce your defensive ability accuracy, and that basically means you don't have full ability to quake. And you're gonna find out that mistake, I think, right here. No, next one. So I think the next cycle, I'm like, okay, we've been getting decent chunks off, but I'm like, what if I get a parry stun while the detonation hits? Will that help? And the damage is the same. And then I have no ability accuracy, I can't quake, and I get smashed. So lesson learned there. I tried an experiment. I don't know, maybe you already knew that wasn't gonna work, but stun vulnerability, it did not enhance the quake damage while it hit, and yeah, you get the Hard Knock Life on you, and yeah, 20% reduced ability accuracy, and any reduced ability accuracy defensively is gonna jack Quake up. So we're gonna go back in, we're gonna get a decent runoff here, and I end up using one more revive, so 2 revives in total to take down this M.O.D.O.K, which I don't think is terrible. I mean, definitely that first death was an experiment. I think I could have gotten most, if not all, and then finished off on a second revive. But yeah, so here we're going from like 89%, and I think we get down all the way to like 30 something percent, and then we finish him off. But I think on one of this attempt or the next, I do drop an input, and he goes in heavies, and I do get hit once on his heavy, but luckily I don't get incinerated. I think that's actually on the last, on the next round. But you know, I feel like M.O.D.O.K is easier to quake for me. I've quaked him a number of times for Alliance Quest, maybe map 6, but you know, he's got some fairly big and slower animations that I feel like are easier to quake, more predictable, and as long as you're not holding down the heavy block, or not holding down the block too much, he won't go into his heavy, and fairly easy quaking. The fact that he's also not stun immune, so he will give you a breather here and there to build up charges, and you don't have to quake as much. Just, you do have to full quake this guy, because if you parry anything, you're going to get that disorient, and then you're going to get wrecked from the reduced ability accuracy. So nothing special here. I'm not the best quaker, very inconsistent with my results. Sometimes I can do really well, get a solo, whatever, and then other times I just get wrecked. Still got practice to do. I don't like to use her a lot, not only because I'm not 100% reliable, which I don't know who is, but everybody messes up, but I mess up more than I'd like, and so I just don't use Quake as much as others might. I like fighting with normal attack options. But yeah, for a few of these fights in the Gauntlet, she is rather ideal to bring in as a counter to cover several different fights. I only use her in 4 fights: the Doom fight, the Terrax fight, this fight, which I could have used Aegon, and I think I would have been fine. And thinking back on it, I should have used Aegon for this fight to get some combo built up for the next fight, which is SpHam, so that I could get to at least 150 combo, so I have the true accuracy, so SpHam couldn't evade at all or as much. But yeah, we went with Quake here, and then I quaked Korg, which took about twice the revives. It was about 5 or 6 revives. But taking out Doom, Terrax, and Korg, like that was enough for me to bring Quake in. But other than that, I didn't really use her, and rightfully so, because I'm not great with her. But we're doing okay here. Yeah, I think we get down to 30-something% before I get whacked and mess up. But I'm having a decent run here. This is not too bad in my book. I know that some people might say, oh, your quaking sucks. Yeah, it probably does. But for me, I can get it can work for some things, and the fact that I don't have to use her too much, I enjoy that. But Quake is a awesome champion, especially if you can use her well with the full Quake style. So we're going. I actually get more than 30%. It looks like. I think I actually get pretty close down to killing him, which is why I wish I didn't attempt the parry stun on detonation on that first attempt. I probably could have 2-shot this, if not maybe 1-shot it, if I was just focused and going at it. But yeah, if you're still here watching Quake, personally I don't understand why. Quake is not exciting, but maybe you're just waiting for me to get hit. Maybe that's it. Maybe you're just waiting for me to get smashed by this big-headed M.O.D.O.K, and that's why you're sticking around. Typically, I'm not going to post Quake anything, because I rarely use her, but yeah, Quake works. Even in the hand of an unskilled Quaker, I'm getting it done. And yeah, there we go. Right before we get into Assassin's Reign, so 19%. So we went from like 86, 85% to 19%. That's not too bad in my mind. And then next up, we're gonna go in and finish her off on this next run. And yeah, we revive Quake. We're gonna go and try to finish this off. Oh, actually, I do fail. I do fail again. So be ready for that. I'm gonna die one last time, and I think it's with like 4%. And instead of reviving Quake, I just go in with Aegon, and I pretty much just hit into the block and take the very, very safe route and just tap him over, and with a few hits, and Aegon takes him out. So we go back to quaking, and this just shows like how inconsistent I am. So I do, what, 80-something% there. We get hit with the heavy, and I'm like, whew. We didn't get incinerated. We got lucky. We can finish this off and bypass that mistake. But nope, we're gonna die here in just a second. I think on this, we're gonna get one more cycle in, and then we're gonna get whacked. And I do have a 10% boost on for this one. I didn't use any green boosts at all for this. There, I tried to get a heavy off to get some extra damage so I would quake less. And I think I die right here. 4%. Yep, there we go. Got whacked. So he's only got 26k left. I just needed like one more detonation and it would have been fine, but that's okay. We're gonna go in with Aegon. I didn't want to parry and get the Disorient on me to where I would potentially take some decent block damage, and gonna bait an L1 and tap him over. So we bank 2 combo from those 4 hits, take down M.O.D.O.K. Thanks for watching, fellas, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace out.